All right, Shalom. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, double honor to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth, Shalom. All right, my name's Nazar Khud, GMS Precepts, and as you can see in the video, old school video, this goes back to 2008, famous video, the Rasta Skank Slut video. Now, mind you, when this video came out, this is like one of the first viral videos that came out when the apostles started going out on 34th Street and on the, well, not the first time, when they started posting their videos on YouTube, when they started in 07, okay? But this is 08, and this is one of the first viral videos. This like went viral. It was called the Rasta Skank Slut video. You had a black demon come up to the camp with her two daughters, her two demon minions, and they just started a whole bunch of shit, man. All right, and the point I want to make in this video is there was actually two parts to this video. The first video got a whole bunch of hits, a whole bunch of views, okay, and it was basically a curse out session on the women, okay, that got a whole bunch of views. But the second part of the video had a very important information, okay, that the apostles and the elders brought out, and it was concerning the mark of the beast. All right, going to Revelation, the 13th chapter with it, which is the RFID chip, and they had precepts with it. They had the breakdown of the word mark. Okay, it was a very insightful, very knowledgeable video. But that video, the point is I'm trying to make is that video didn't get as many hits. Okay, so that video, that whole instance marked a whole bunch of people. Okay, because they just wanted to see the first video because it's controversy. A nigga woman getting cursed out. A lot of people viewed that video just for laughs. But it was very informative, okay? And a lot of people didn't even bother to watch a second video, because Jake, they like controversy, right? But that video, I remember, it was very informative, and the apostles, they brought out the chip, man. Okay, let me I'll read it. This is in Revelation. This is Revelation 13 and 10. And he that leadeth, 13 and 15, really 16, but I'll start at 15, right? Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so that image of the beast is going back to the just to put it in a nutshell, the ways of America, the philosophy and the system of America. That's the image of the beast. It's not a picture. It's not the picture of Caesar Borgia. All right, that image of the beast is the ways of America. Okay, and a lot of our people, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are with the ways and the philosophies of America. All right, and as a result, the Most High is going to put you to death for that, because what did he say in Revelation, the 18th chapter? He says, flee out of, what did he say in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter? Matter of fact, let me get that. Jeremiah 51. 51 and 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Now the her is speaking about America, okay? Because in Revelation, America, and various other scriptures, Nahum the 3rd chapter, America, aka Babylon, is allegorically mentioned as a woman, okay? The woman in scarlet, the whore, okay? The whore that sitteth upon the beast. All right? So it says, flee out of her, and the vengeance that the Lord is going to recompense on her, that vengeance is total destruction. The Most High is going to totally get rid of America. But the point I'm making here is it's saying, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul and be not cut off in her iniquity. Because the ways of America, any Israelite that follows the ways and the traditions of America and does not come back to their heritage, the Most High is going to destroy you. Point plain and simple. The Most High is going to put you to death. Okay? All right? Going back to Revelation. Also, you know what? Let me get showing you that the ways of America equal death. Okay? Micah, the second chapter. Micah, the second chapter, and the 10th verse. Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Okay? Because what a lot of our people don't understand, that America is simply a place of our punishment. It's simply a place of our captivity. This is not a retirement home for Israel. This is a place where we're serving our punishment. All right? And that's what a lot of our people don't understand. All right? We were brought here to the shores of America to serve slavery, to serve our punishment, which is our last punishment, mind you. Okay? And this is a place of the mass deliverance. Now, Israel will be delivered throughout all the four corners of the earth, but this is where the bulk of Israel will be delivered. They're going to be delivered out of America. That's why it says the North Country, just like it says in Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. Okay? It says, because it is polluted. Okay? America, the ways of America, the ways of Babylon, it's polluted. Morally, ethically, literally polluted. The air is polluted, the water's polluted, the food's polluted. Okay, I just read an article saying that heavily processed foods, like the foods that are like you just throw in a microwave and they're ready, they are linked to early death. Okay. All right. In America, there's no there's no law against labeling if a food is GMO or not. They have that in other countries, like in Europe. You have to label if a food is GMO or not, but not here in America. Okay? I mean, you have GMO foods all over the earth, but America, you could just do, a company can do whatever they want pretty much. All right? And those and heavily processed foods are linked to a lot of diseases like cancer, okay? Early death, heart or cardiovascular disease. All right? High blood pressure, obesity. So everything about this place, America, is polluted. Okay? That's why this place is not the kingdom of heaven. That's why this place is not our rest. It's polluted. Okay? Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay? So the Most High is getting ready to judge America. He's getting ready to apply that vengeance upon her, which the her is that whore that sitteth upon Babylon, okay, which is referring to America. The Most High is getting ready to judge America. All right, so that's why in Jeremiah it says, flee out of her. Okay, where is it? It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, and he will render her unto her a recompense. So the Most High is getting ready to do the big payback upon America and Esau, right? Back in Revelation, and he causeth verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now we know that mark is referring to something implanted, because a breakdown of the word mark goes back to the word charagma, right, which means an incision and cutting in the flesh. It's something physical. It's not something spiritual, right? It's something physical, right? Like something spiritual, a spiritual mark. You got to go to Ezekiel. In fact, let me get Ezekiel. Let me get Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. That's Ezekiel 9:4. That's going into the Hebrew word tawa, right? Which means a spiritual. It's a spiritual mark, right? Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which is speaking about the people, okay? Because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So go through the midst of you, us Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay? And all those abominations that be done in the midst thereof is all the wickedness that's pushed, that's promoted, okay? That's uplifted in this world. Okay? All right? Really, and the spearhead of that is America. All right? But the Lord is going to send that mark not only to Israelites here in America, but all over the four corners of the earth. The ones that come back to their nationality. But that's what a lot of people missed in that Rasta Skank Slut video. They missed that. Okay? And that wind up being their judgment. All right? So that's something I just wanted to point out in that video. All right? That world famous Rasta Skank Slut video is still something. It's still like a ongoing inside joke to the brothers that were around at that time. The Rasta Skank Slut video, going back to 2008. All right. Part 1 of the video had a whole bunch of views, and part 2 of the video didn't have any views. Why? Because there was no controversy there. All right. And by part 2 of the video, them nigga sluts left already. All right. But that was a very important, very insightful, very informative video. And part 2 of that video got no views. All right. So that's pretty much all I want to bring out on that topic. Lord willing, y'all brothers are edified. Till the next show, shalom.